Did I tell the story about the Rebbe Marash when he was a little boy? And he said, huh?
Not that I've heard.
All right, here we go. Ready? The Rebbe Marash when he was a little boy. Tell me if I told this story before and I'll stop. I'll tell you another story. The Rebbe Marash when he was a little boy, he used to sit in the women's section and learn Torah. The women's section of the shul. And he would learn Torah. Maybe he was, I don't know, 5 years old, 6 years old. And when he would finish his studies, whatever, he would go up in the women's section. In the middle of the day, the synagogue was empty. Right? People would daven early in the morning. They would go to work. And then they would come back near the end of the day. They would daven mincha marav. So it was empty the whole day. So he was a little boy, sat up in the women's section, and he learned. And once he was sitting and learning, all of a sudden he heard the door of the synagogue opened up, so he stopped learning. And a lady came in. And she went up to the Aron HaKodesh, and she started to cry, weep uncontrollably, very loud. She said, God help me, please, I don't have any money. I haven't got any parnasa. I haven't got what to eat. I don't want to go in the streets and beg. Please, God, please help me. Please help me. She's screaming and yelling and crying and wailing and requesting. So he waits 5 minutes, 10 minutes. She just goes on and on, 15 minutes. And it seems that she's not going to stop. It seems she's just, that was like the first wind. She got their second wind. She started going. So he thinks to himself, how am I going to get rid of this lady? And I really want to learn. So he stood behind this pole that was up there, and he said, lady, Isha. So she said, what is that? Said, Zeh HaMalach. This is the angel of Parnasa. She said, the angel of Parnasa, of life. This is amazing. I need money. I said, please, I need money. What can I do? She said, yes. Do not tell anyone about this meeting. Take a glass of water. Make a blessing. Drink a little. And say that water. It will heal people. And from that, you'll make money. So she said, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, great angel. I'm so thankful to you. Thank Hashem that he sent you. I'm so grateful. Take a glass of water and make a blessing on the water. Drink a little and save the water. The water will heal people and I can make money from this. Yes. And don't tell anyone about this meeting. I said, I won't. Don't worry. And she left. She closed the door. And the Marash sat back down and he learned. He sat and he learned and he learned and he learned. Well, later on in his life, and what is it? His father passed away. Tzemach Tzedek passed away, and he was chosen to be the next Rebbe. So he was chosen to be the next Rebbe. Now the Rebbe Marash, he was a very delicate sort of a person, and in fact, he passed away, the youngest of any of the other Rebbes. He was like 48 years old. So he had problems with his health. And it so happened that later on, when he was a Rebbe, like he was, 40, in his 40s, 45, 46. So he had a boil in his throat. And it really disturbed him. It was difficult for him to talk, to swallow, to eat, to drink. And the doctors came, they gave him all sorts of medicines and nothing helped. And they were afraid to lance it, to cut the boil, because they were afraid there was near veins and other things like this that maybe it would. So they didn't know what to do. They had to let the pus out of the thing, and that was the only chance. But they were afraid. It was deep down. And so they didn't know what to do. The doctors were worried. So the Rebbe's wife came in, the Rivka, Rabbi Rivka, and she said that she heard that there was someone in town that had this medicine, a religious person that had this medicine that could heal people. And there were amazing miracles that occurred from this medicine. and that maybe we should try it. For certainly she would, come and help the Rebbe. So the Rebbe said, okay, I want to see this person. I want to talk to them, see what it is, maybe. So they came in, she brought in this old lady, and she had this bottle, and she said, I want to know what it is. She said, I can't tell you. He said, listen, I'm a Rebbe, She said, but it's a secret. I promised I wouldn't tell. So the Rebbe said, listen, I'm a Rebbe, and a lot of people tell me secrets. They're secrets. They tell me the innermost secrets. So you can tell me also. I won't tell anybody. So she said, all right. She said, this was, 25, what it was, the 40, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. 40 years ago, and I was really poor. I went into the shul, and I prayed, and an angel spoke to me in a high voice, and like the keruvim, they're like children, a high voice, they're like a child, and I heard this voice, and it told me to take a cup of water and make a blessing on it. Suddenly the Rebbe Marash, he realized that was him when he was a boy. And he did this as a childish thing, but he did it. And he told the lady, and now this water really worked. That's what she was making the money from. And he thought about it, and he started to laugh. He started to laugh. At first, they thought that there was something wrong with him. Maybe it was convulsions or something. He started to laugh, and he started laughing so hard that he couldn't stop laughing, that the boil burst in his throat. The boil burst, and the pus came out. It's better, and he got better. So it came out that the blessing that he gave, when he was a child, not only did it work for this lady, and not only did it work for all the people that she gave water to, but it also worked for him, miraculously. So we see that a good word never gets lost. Have a good day, everyone. 3:00, we're all meeting.